Hello. Today I'm just gonna read Ezekiel chapter 18 in the King James versions and Yah scriptures. We're gonna start. The word of Yahuah came to me again, saying, "What mean ye that ye use this proverb concerning the land of Israel, saying the fathers have eaten sour grapes, and the children's teeth are set on edge? As I live, said Yahuah Lord, ye shall not have occasion any more to use this proverb in Israel. Behold, all souls are mine, and as the soul of the Father, so also the soul of the Son is mine. The soul that sinned it shall die. But if a man be just, and do that which is lawful and right, and had not eaten upon the mountains, neither hath lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house of Yasharel, neither hath defiled his neighbor's wife, neither had come near to a menstruous woman, and had not oppressed any, but had restored to the debtor his pledge, had spoiled none by violence, had given his bread to the hungry, and had covered the naked with the garment. He that had not given forth upon usury, neither had taken any increase, that had withdrawn his hand from the iniquity, hath executed true judgment between man and man, hath walked in my statutes, and hath kept my judgments to deal truly. He is just, he shall surely live, say Yahuah Lord. If he beget a son that is a robber, a shedder of blood, and that doeth the like to any one of these things, and that doeth not any of those duties, but even hath eaten upon the mountains, and defiled his neighbor's wife, had depressed the poor and needy, had spoiled by violence, had not restored the pledge, and had lifted up the eyes to the idols, had committed abomination, had given forth upon usury, and had taken increase. Shall he then live? He shall not live. He hath done all these abominations, he shall surely die. His blood shall be upon him. Now lo, if he beget a son, that seeth all his father's sins which he hath done, and consider it, and doeth not such like, that hath not eaten upon the mountains, neither had lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, had not defiled his neighbor's wife, neither hath oppressed any, hath not withholden the pledge, neither had spoiled by violence, but had given his bread to the hungry, and had covered the naked with the garment, that hath taken off his hand from the poor, that hath not received usury nor increase, hath executed my judgments, hath walked in my statutes, he shall not die for the iniquity of his father, he shall surely live. As for his father, because he cruelly oppressed, spoiled his brother by violence, and did that which is not good among his people, lo, even he shall die in his iniquity. Yet say ye, why? Doth not the son bear the iniquity of the father? When the son hath done that which is lawful and right, and hath kept all my statutes, and hath done them, he shall surely live. The soul that sinned it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. But if the wicked shall return from all his sins that he hath committed, and keep all my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die. All his transgressions that he hath committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him. In his righteousness that he hath done, he shall live. Have I any pleasure at all that wicked shall die, say Yahuah Lord, and not that he should return from his ways and live? But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness, and committed iniquity, and do it according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he had done shall not be mentioned. And his trespass that he had trespassed, and in his sin that he has sinned, in them shall he die. Yet ye say, the way of Yahuah is not equal. Hear now, O house of Yasharel, is not my way equal? Are not your ways unequal? When a righteous man turned away from his righteousness, and committed iniquity, and died in them, for his iniquity that he had done, shall he die. Again, when the wicked man turneth away from his wickedness that he hath committed, and doeth that which is lawful and right, he shall save his life alive. Because he considered and turned away from all his transgressions that he hath committed, he shall surely live, he shall not die. Yet saith the house of Yasharel, the way of Yahuah is not equal. O house of Yasharel, are not my ways equal? Are not your ways unequal? Therefore I will judge you, O house of Yasharel, everyone according to his ways, said Yahuah. Repent and turn yourselves from all your transgressions, so iniquity shall not be your ruin. Cast away from you all your transgressions, whereby ye have trespassed and transgressed, and make you a new heart and a new spirit. For why will you die, O house of Yasharel? For I have no pleasure in the death of him that died, say Yahuah. Wherefore turn yourselves and live ye. That's the King James Version. Okay. Right. Let me. Okay. And Yahuah spake to me, saying, What do you mean when you use this proverb concerning the land of Israel, saying, The fathers have eaten sour grapes, and the children's teeth are blunted? As I live, declares Adon Yahuah, you shall no longer use this proverb in Israel. See, all beings are mine. The being of the Father as well as the being of the Son is mine. The being that is sinning shall die. But if a man is righteous and do right ruling in righteousness, if he has not eaten on the mountains, nor lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, nor defiled his neighbor's wife, nor comes near a woman during her uncleanness, if he does not oppress anyone, returns to the debtor his pledge, does not commit robbery, gives his bread to the hungry, and covers the naked with a garment, if he does not lend on interest, or take increase, takes back his hand from unrighteousness, executes right ruling and truth between man and man, if he walks in my laws, and he has guarded my right rulings in truth, he is righteous. He shall certainly live, declares Yahuah. But if he, Adon Yahuah, but if he has brought forth a son who is a robber or a shedder of blood who does any of these, whereas he himself did not do any of these, that also he has eaten on the mountains or defiled his neighbor's wife, if he has oppressed the poor and needy, has committed robbery, he does not return a pledge, has lifted his eyes to the idols, or done abomination, if he has lent on increase, or taken interest, or taken increase, shall he live? He shall not live. If he has done any of these abominations, he shall certainly die. His blood is upon him. But see, if he has brought forth a son who sees all the sins which his father has done, but he fears and does not do likewise, has not eaten on the mountains, and has not lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, has not defiled his neighbor's wife, has not oppressed anyone, nor withheld a pledge. But see, go back to 14. But see, if he has brought forth a son who sees all the sins which his father has done, but he fears and does not do likewise, has not eaten on the mountains, has not lifted his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, has not defiled his neighbor's wife, has not oppressed anyone, nor withheld a pledge, nor committed robbery, has given his bread to the hungry, and covered the naked with a garment, turns back his hand from the poor, and he has not taken interest or increase, has executed my right rulings and walked in my laws, he shall not die for the wickedness of his father, he shall certainly live. His father, because he used oppression, robbed his brother, and did what is not good among his people. See, he shall die for his wickedness. And you said, Why should the son not bear the wickedness of the father? But the son has right ruling and righteousness. He has guarded all my laws, and he does them. He shall certainly live. The being who sins shall die. The son shall not bear the wickedness of the father, nor the father bear the wickedness of the son. The righteousness of the righteous is upon himself, and the wickedness of the wicked is upon himself. But the wicked, if he turns from all his sins which he has done, and he shall guard all my laws, and shall do right ruling and righteousness, he shall certainly live, he shall not die. All the transgressions which he has done shall not be remembered against him, and his righteousness that he has done he shall live. Have I any pleasure in the death of the wicked, declares Adon Yahuah? Is not Is it not that he should turn from his ways and live? But when a righteous one turns away from his righteousness and does unrighteousness, according to all the abominations that the wicked one has done, shall he live? All his righteousness which he has done shall not be remembered. For his trespass which he has committed, and for his sin which he had committed, for them he shall die. And you said, the way of Yahuah is not right. Hear now, Yisrael, is my way not right? Is it not your ways that are not right? When a righteous one turns away from the righteous one turns away from righteousness and does unrighteousness, and he dies in it, it is because of his unrighteousness which he has done that he dies. And when the wicked turns away from the wickedness which he has done, and he does right ruling and righteousness, he keeps himself alive, because he sees and turns away from all the transgressions when he has done which he has done, he shall certainly live, he shall not die. And the house of Israel have said, the way of Yahuah is not right. Are my ways not right, O house of Israel? Is it not your ways that are not right? Therefore I judge you, O house of Israel, every one according to his ways, declares Adon Yahuah. Repent and turn back from all your transgressions, and let not wickedness be a stumbling block to you. Cast away from you all the transgressions by which you have transgressed, and make for yourselves a new heart and a new spirit. For why shall you die, O house of Israel? For I have no pleasure in the death of one who dies, declares the Don Yahuah. So turn back and live. Thank you for watching.